Greetings, everyone. My name is Yvonne Ridley, and this WTX podcast is just for you if you're interested in the general elections. And why not? This is going to be Confessions of a Candidate, and I am that candidate. I am standing as an independent in Newcastle Central and West. And yes, I was caught out by Rishi Sunak's announcement, and it's thrown everyone into turmoil because campaigns take planning, preparation, they cost money. Some of us, like me in my campaign, are brassic, so we'll be looking for your help. Other parties have not got funding, and so they're going to have to get out the tin can and rattle that as well. But I mean, gosh, did you see him? Little Rishi Sunak standing outside Downing Street in the pouring rain on Wednesday afternoon. I almost felt sorry for him. Almost. But my goodness, I didn't know what to expect with this announcement. I certainly didn't expect a snap election. But, you know, he was very excited, citing positive economic news and signs of a recovery. I don't know, it was a bit like finding a pulse on a corpse, I guess. And he seized upon this as a reason to call a flaming election. Sunak is obviously hoping to persuade the voters that his plans and priorities are working wonders, and that it's best to keep the faith and vote Tory. Oh, some hope. In fact, he's got two hopes, and one of them's called Bob. Yeah, I know it's an old joke, but anyway, moving on swiftly. So he seemed to think this is the ideal opportunity to call an election, which makes me think that something really awful is barreling down the line and heading our way. God knows what it is. But he was banging on in the driving rain about his success in the economy, and he even mentioned healthcare. You know, the NHS, our lovely, lovely NHS, that got me and my false hip up and moving a couple of years ago. The wonderful NHS is in intensive care. It's been stripped of funding. The heroic staff who work there in the NHS, they're struggling, absolutely struggling. And the stories that are coming out from the NHS some of them are horrific. So anyway, but he reckons that healthcare is on the up. And of course, the jewel in his crown, immigration, he still thinks that people are going to go and fly to some great life in Rwanda. We know these flights are not going to take off, but he doesn't care because the election will be over before the first flight is scheduled. What will be interesting is to see if Labour get in, that Keir Starmer pushes ahead with the Rwanda plan. And some of you might say, nah, that's far-fetched. But I wouldn't be so sure. You cannot trust Labour. And you might think that I'm being a bit churlish there, but it's true. You can't trust Labour. Starmer has rolled back on so many policies, key policies as he called them at the time, and he's done more U-turns than a skater practicing a triple salto on the ice. But he's abandoned policies left, right and centre, from child benefits to ending charitable status for private schools and tuition fees, refusing to end the two-child limit, and scrapping, as I say, tuition fees. And you can't trust Labour. So what are you left with? Well, you're left with people like me, candidates who are independent. And you might say, yeah, but you don't have big party backing. What's the point of big party backing when your own MP hasn't got a mind of their own? Look at the decision to carry on bombing in Gaza. I mean, what about human rights? Britain used to be a beacon of human rights for all sorts of people coming to these shores. That beacon is gone now. Now we're cozying up to genocide enablers. We're tooling up the genocide state, Israel. And no, I won't take that back, because Israel is being investigated for genocide by the ICJ, and the International Criminal Court has issued arrest warrants for Netanyahu and Yoav Gallant. So, you know, Britain hasn't got a leg to stand on, and it has to stop arming Israel. But I'm telling you now, Keir Starmer won't do that either. You can't trust Labour, and you can't trust the Tories. And when I watch Prime Minister's Question Time every week on TV, yes, I know I'm a sad person, but when I watch Prime Minister's Question Time, I look at them and I'm watching backwards and forwards, and you can't tell the difference. In George Orwell's book, Animal Farm, he was saying from man to pig, from pig to man, you can't see the difference. They blend in one to another. Well, it's the same with Tories and Labour. They've all got their snouts in the trough. They're all earning lots of money. And instead of giving them another rise, because they're all on 90 odd grand a year, instead of giving them a rise, why don't we do to them what they did to the NHS workers? Clap. Give them a clap instead of give them a pay rise. Anyway, so what I'm trying to say is, you vote Labour, you get Tory. You vote Tory, you get Labour. There's no difference. But an independent voice can make a difference. And that is why I'm asking the people of Newcastle to put their trust in me and give me their vote. And I promise that I will serve them. I'm not their master. They're the masters. And I will serve them to the best of my ability. And I'm a gobby so-and-so, so I'll make sure that my voice does get heard, and I'll elbow my way into the big table and make sure anything that's been doled out, that Newcastle has a good shout. So I think people can trust me on that. So don't look at this army of independents and think, what's the point? we're organised, we all know each other, we'll all work together, but we'll all think independently, which is good, because what Ahmed Yaqub will be asked to do in Birmingham will be quite different to the demands of the people in Newcastle. And the same goes for the people in Rochdale, who are served by George Galloway, just like the people in Blackburn who are lucky enough to get another chance to elect Craig Murray. I don't think he'll be flying around in his green fire engine this time round. Not very environmentally friendly, but Craig Murray's standing again, a man of really great intellect, the former ambassador for Uzbekistan. And we're all thorns in the side of the establishment. But you know what? If we make them feel uncomfortable, tough. We're not there for the establishment. We're here for you. So I'm signing off now, the end of my confessions of a candidate for one night. And I better get out with my tin can and try and raise some pennies. I've got an election to fight. See you soon. Bye.